We've got a good one here. So this is a match that I played yesterday. This is on ladder gold league, and my opponent is the Protoss player in the top right. I'm in the bottom left, playing as Terran. And the reason why this is good is just because it was just interesting how it played out. There was a lot of back and forth, and it's kind of fun to watch these back and kind of analyze, like, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? Where can I use improvement? That's kind of the fun part of this game. So, anyways, getting started. Pretty basic stuff right now. He doesn't use his probe to scout, and I'm just doing a standard open here. I can kind of speed this up a little bit. So the barracks just starts, and so now I'm going to start my refinery so that I can get my Reaper out soon. One thing that I think I normally do that I didn't in this game, and it's just because I flat out forgot, but I usually do an SUV scout, particularly against Protoss. Like, I'll take an SUV, run around the surround bases, maybe go over to his base, just because, you know, if they're doing some kind of proxy, I like to catch it. You can really put them in trouble if you do that. So he's sending out this probe now, and he's got the gateway going up there. Pretty standard opens so far. Let's go to kind of my view and his view. Unit counts all the same on the SCVs, and I brought my SCV down from after building the barracks, mine a little bit, and start the base number 2, and the Reaper's coming too. I don't know what his probe's been doing. I think he should have probably been here by now. Maybe he had some indecision, but he's going to get a scout off in a second. So he comes down here and he sees I'm starting base number 2. He's starting base number 2 at his natural. He's coming in, and he's got the cyber core coming up next. Kind of interesting thing about this is I don't know what Protoss players normally do, but he's got one zealot out. That's not going to really help him. But this is so far away from his mineral line. Like, I've got my Reaper about coming in a second here. Now, the interesting thing is this guy in this match, man, he just builds probes like a madman. He definitely has better macro than me. But this is going to get hurt. I remember at the time thinking, ooh, this is big damage because he doesn't have anything going. There's 2 kills already for the Reaper. This is worth it. He's bringing over the Zealot. But it's just not going to matter because I can just kite him. But look at the counts on the SCVs. He's still 2 probes up on me, so he's just doing nothing but making probes. I don't know if he doesn't care that he's going to lose something a little bit. I'm going to eventually kite this Zealot. The reason why it's kind of taking me a little bit is because as I'm kiting with him, I'm occasionally hitting 4 and 5, which is my base, and trying to just queue up units while I'm attacking. He chronos this stalker. He's getting tired of that. He loses the zealot because now he knows I'm going to go back to the probes here. But this Reaper's been well worth it. I see the stalkers coming, and now it's time to get out of here because this isn't going to do anything anymore. But so far for me, it's looking like a good start, and I was feeling good about my spot. Yet somehow, I swear I thought I was building SCVs during that. He's up on me on probes already significantly, so I must have made a mistake somewhere. I do have mules that I can call down. I believe I already did it once, maybe not. So that does even the tide quite a bit, but just kind of going with a 1-1-1 open here. Got the turning that into an orbital command. What's he doing here? He's just kind of continuing to ramp up. He is way up on me. I do have that mule, which helps even this up a little bit, but economy-wise, he's up on me. So I just send these guys over to just get an early attack just because I wanted to see, I think, while that Reaper did good, I didn't scout that he's taken his natural. I don't even know that he's taken his natural. So probably I should have used my... Now, interesting is while I'm doing that, I'm also... That same Reaper, I had him just attack move because I wanted to make sure there were any proxies anywhere. But these guys run into problems here. I pull him back because I don't want to lose him. Important to do that. I'm trying to target down that stalker. I believe I pull him back. And I probably should have kited these guys back because I thought they could kill the Zealot fast, but they They didn't get anything. The Reaper comes over, at least gets the Zealot, but that's it for the Force. He's already starting base number 3. He is just continually, he's just doing, it's rare you catch him ever not building probes, chronoing more probes. So he, I think sometimes in these mid-game parts, I can, while I'm starting to do this, I can have moments where I'm forgetting to build. I got SCVs queued up there, but he was just roaring ahead. Get a little bit of defenses there, anti-air there, because just in case he's like building an oracle or something like that, you know, those can do a lot of damage if they sneak in from the back there. But yeah, he's up production, but I do have more, you know, fighting units out. Siege tank here. I believe I'm making, I thought I started a medevac at some point. And I just got my base number 3 here. Kind of similar styles, but he's just going harder on the macro than I am. I need to get this SCV going. He's spending too much time not doing anything. Let's see what. So here comes the Robo facility next. He's got a shield battery there in case of a drop. Nothing here. And yeah, I'm just continuing trying to ramp up myself. Usually what I like to do in these situations is I like to make orbitals in my main base and my natural. I believe I turned this one to a planetary. Yep, that's right. I remember being a little low on gas because I was waiting for that to take off. But now I want to push out with these guys and see what's going on here. Kind of a recent trend I'm kind of seeing in some of my Terran fights. I believe I have my bases, yeah, that rallied to go to where that siege tank is, but I'm noticing a trend where I'm just not sieging up ahead early enough. Like I need to get my siege tanks out of the fight, siege up, run the guys up forward, and then come back into the siege tanks, because I've been taking some unnecessary losses. So here he doesn't see me. I decide I want to go with just a two-pronged attack. I want to send these guys and attack up here, and this go all the way around. Let's see what I'm looking. Yep, I sent them around to go on the base. And then I just send these guys in. I should siege up right now. I'm looking at the tank. Siege up. Watch out for that stalker. Didn't really get, like that siege tank kind of got surrounded. And then I see, oh shoot, he's already starting base 4. So I got to hurry here. Does he spot what I'm doing? He's still focusing on this. And this does some damage. Here is a key part in the game. He does smart thing. He pulls them away. Instead of shooting this, not doing anything, load up right now. Get out of there. Like, this is too late. I tried this. That's a costly loss right there to lose all that. When he runs the probes away, I knew he had a base here. I could have came right back here and done a drop there and done more damage. As it stands now, this probe to SCV count is out of control. This guy would be kind of a great Zerg player. He kind of has an interesting style where he just like takes mass bases. He's just waiting around to warp in units as he needs it, but he's just kind of, a lot of this game he just sits back and just waits for me to come in, and he just tries to, you know, hold off my surges and then just beat me in on the economy front, which he's definitely doing. So let's see where this goes from here. I've got some Liberators out. Oh, that's right. I have a Liberator going up this way. And I believe I eventually send this one to come around this way. And I'm kind of going to do a two-pronged attack, one from each side. And I might send these guys forward. We'll have to see what I do. So I see he's taking another base. When I saw that, I clearly realized, okay, this guy is just ecoing out of his mind. I know he can't have that much of an army at this point. Let's pause this for a second. The unit count is 109 to 139. Of his 139, 92 of them are probes. That's unbelievable. But he's ecoing hard. And let's see what he's looking at. This one thankfully hits first, and he gets some good kills. But what he doesn't realize just yet is that this one here is starting to go to work. He's already got 6, 7 kills. That count is just going up higher and higher. So he's building here, and now he realizes what's going on over there, but he also knows that he's getting attacked because I did send my force here. I'm sending these here. Meanwhile, so this is where his focus is going to be. Meanwhile, whenever probes do come in this side, this guy kills them, but I do get a better siege up this time. He's trying to push into this. This is a lot of siege tanks, and he's got pretty much nothing but stalkers. The stalkers would beat the Marines heads up, but the siege tanks really, this is a pretty great engagement for me. He's trying to bait me to coming over here. I'm not going to do it because siege up. See, that's too late. I shouldn't have lost that. I was kind of hoping he would come run back down this ramp. Let's see his view. He's playing it smart though. He's kind of picking his spots. Now he knows that I'm going back this way. I think he sees the tanks are unsieged, so he smartly pushes in and gets the kill. Which I think if I spread him out, and then he warps in from this side, so he's got a good surround going, he cleans this up. After what was a good engagement for me, siege up. Siege up. I got a siege up. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I looking at? I'm back at my base trying to take more bases. Yeah, that one never sieged up, which really hurt. But after this, like this is great engagement. I think I pull back because realizing this isn't gonna go anywhere. And I still had some. This was a pretty costly misclick. For as good as that engagement came from me, I'd have no idea how I selected those, but I ran those across my army, and for whatever good advantage I had in that engagement, it all just got thrown away or wiped out with that bad misclick. These Marines, I should load up. I can't take this fight. Looking back now. Load up in the medevacs, get out of there. You can't shoot up. I could do harasses anywhere, but I'm clearly distracted. You wouldn't believe it, but this, we've all kind of forgotten this Liberator. He's at 35 kills currently and counting. MVP Liberator. He finally sees he's going to come clean it up. Let's see what it actually gets to. 35, 36. I'm pretty sure I could play StarCraft another time and never have a 40 kill Liberator before. That is unbelievable. That's a new personal record. That's pretty crazy. And those were all mostly probes, which just goes to show how crazy he is building the probes, because of those 40 kills, vast majority of them were probes, and he's still got 57. So at this point, I'm on 3 bases. He's on, gosh, he's on 5. I am taking this one here. I remember at one point I'm floating pretty bad on the minerals, so I start expanding here, just building 2 bases at the same time. I'm going to make them planetaries. Whenever he pushes out, that will at least slow him down a little bit. Medium-sized force here. Probably need to get my production up, though. I mean, we're at 13 minutes in the game, and yeah, we've been trading back and forth, but only have 105 supply, almost half of which is SCV, so the attacking force just isn't really all that big. He, on the other hand, you know, 140 supply, so he's up on me on supply. Pretty much a huge chunk of them are his probes. I wanted to attack from the side because I had that bad surround before. So I thought if I attack from side, it's hard to get me. I probably made a mistake getting both of my Liberators. These were, again, a little late. And the Zealots come in. This is a bad exchange for me. The siege tanks, which are great, too late in sieging up. I mean, that pretty much could have cost me the game. It's 140 to 189. This is a scary force. I think if he pushes right now, although he hasn't really spent hardly any time. Look at his map vision on my side of the map. He doesn't know what I have at all. I have 3 bases he doesn't even know about. If he pushes, you know, he could be game ending, but it's just hard to say. Time for me to go for another drop. I better be careful. That's a really low hit point. Medevac. What is this one doing? I'm just trying to use harassing forces, thinking like I'm hurting his economy. I had no idea during the game. It's like, well, yeah, I kill pros, but it does matter. But it's like he has just so many. All right, so he is sending out a zealot just to get a scout off. That's smart. He's finally going to go and look to see what I have. Got the drop coming in this way over here. He's getting the notification up there. Yes. And now he sees I got a planetary. He's moving around. He's trying to get that. Of course, these guys are doing big damage. There's the Widow Mine. It's cloaked because I have this armory over here, which is nice. Should probably use those more often. And finally, I did better. I just attacked Marines only, loaded up, go up here. That's a good drop right there. So Immortals coming. I probably should, yeah, once again, load up and get out of there. But he's got this big force. You can tell he's just control all army. F2 over here. Oh, attack comes over here. F2 over here. I use F2 also, but I do realize it can get you in trouble when you hear a big blob of army constantly running around different spots trying to clean up attacks. You have to be careful about that. Can be get you in a bad habit. I'm really expanding here, trying to take as many bases as I can. He finally gets tired of probably all these drops coming everywhere, so he's gonna just run south here. And this planetary is not even ready yet. This goes down pretty easy. But I'm sending my force here, and this is a good size army right here. Got some. And let's watch this engagement. He's got the charge going on, but I don't know if they ran up ahead of his main army too much. Is he moving? He might just be moving. I don't know. But this is a game-ending exchange for him. Just got hammered. Is it the upgrades that got him? No, not necessarily, but look at these zealots running in. They were just running. They weren't on attack move. That's pretty crippling because you can be winning in the economy department. He has been all game, and then just a really, really bad exchange like that just went right there. It can be game-ending for you because now I've got this force. I know he doesn't have much. I'm rallying. I'm putting everything I have to send it as much as possible because I'm feeling pretty confident that I've got too much for him here. He's got a lot of units here. He never really transitioned out of stalkers too much. It's mostly stalker zealots. Like I've got a pretty heavy bio army here. If he has a colossus or a disruptor just something that does AoE damage, storm with High Templar, that would be nasty. But instead, he just kind of continued to fight a few immortals, mostly stalkers and zealots through here, and I like immortals, but yeah, they just didn't win the battle here. And that's it. A good back and forth game. We'll wrap it up there.